after the lake we had some lunch, and now we have come to this skywalk. You can see that all these bridges, it's made up of glass. So we'll be going there. Actually, from here you will get very good views of Kanchenjunga, but just now the clouds have covered up the mountain. The entry fees is around 20 rupees, I guess, but it's not costly. For localize, it's around 10, and for local people of India, it is around 20 or 30, and for foreigners, it is around 50. So as you can see, the fog has covered even the statue. I don't think it will clear anytime soon. Clamp dam is under repair. I think there should be a much visible board than this. It's really cool actually. So it's like when you're moving, if you look down, you will feel a bit scared. Yeah, you have to remove your shoe slippers before coming here. Okay, let's go to the statue and let's check it out. So we just went to the glass walk. Now I'm going to the statue, but it's already covered up with fog. But still, I'll go to the top and I'll get a closer look. So there is the glass walk, and you have to come all the way through the stairs, and we are actually above the hall where the Buddha statue is there. The architecture of hall is very similar to Buddha Park, which we visited yesterday, but the design and the statue of Buddha are different. So as you can see, the fog has covered everything, but I think it will clear because that side there is no fog. So if you wait for a while it will clear, but it may take some time. There are so many lights here, so when it gets dark I think they will probably light it up and the statue will look really amazing. In the Buddha Park there was actually a light in the palms of Buddha. So when it got dark it was glowing and it was really beautiful. I guess it will be similar here, but instead of the light in the palm, it is lights are surrounding the statue. Fog cleared when we were getting down, and here is the statue. There's supposed to be a bird sanctuary here, and they spent around 680 lakhs on this, but it's closed down because there are no birds. So on this way we are seeing so many patterns like this. Maybe it means something for good luck or something. And we have reached the ruins, I guess, and fog is building up, so we have to be quick. I don't know if you're able to hear, but this chant makes the place much more beautiful because there is nobody here. It's very silent. Only some insects burst chirping, and this chant just makes it more relaxing. This is the first capital of Sikkim, ancient capital of Sikkim. There is even Kanchenjunga in the backdrop. And I'm pretty sure the chants are coming from that monastery which we just went. I'm a big history buff, so this place is really fascinating to me. And considering there are no people or very less people, and it's so silent and it's so peaceful. I love this place. So what we just did is we just walked through the forest and came above. So you can see a lot of sunlight here, but inside the forest it was so dark. So this used to be the place of worship in ancient Sikkim. You can see the Kanchenjunga at the backdrop, and there couldn't be any better place to pray. So we just have to check that place and then we can leave. Fog is coming in and we don't want to be stuck in the rain if it rains. You can see few carvings on the wall. This represents the various forms of Guru Padmasambhava. In the archaeological site there was fog, but when we came inside the forest, again it's same as it was before, but a little bit more darker. There's no fog. I think it will take around 15 minutes, maybe 15 to 20 minutes to reach the parking lot, and we'll head back to hotel and we'll be leaving for Darjeeling early in the morning tomorrow. So this is the end of my journey in Sikkim. This looks like a really beautiful path, but unfortunately it's getting late and we'll head back to the original road. So we have come out for dinner and it's around 8 o'clock and it's very foggy. So there are Deepavali celebrations everywhere, lighting, lamps.
Bye.